YouthGrow is a program run by Youth Care that is an 8-week-long horticulture program in partnership with Seattle Public Schools Interagency Academy, where students earn up to a year's worth of science credit and get paid through Youth Care for the work that they do out here while learning to run and manage all aspects of an organic urban farm. So a typical day at YouthGrow looks like us meeting out here in the garden, and oftentimes we'll have a little check-in with students just to gauge where they're at, what's going on in their lives, because everybody's coming to us, from a different place and might have something going on that we're not aware of. And so we like to just gauge where they're coming from just to get a better idea of how we can best support them throughout the day. After that, we have them sign in. This is like a pseudo job. They're getting paid through Youth Care, and so we hold them to a standard like a job would. After the students sign in, depending on the season, we have a different horticulture lesson where we talk about maybe soil science or food justice or organic pesticides, and then we go do it in action with hands-on learning. While we're doing that, a lot of times we'll be able to have an opportunity to talk to students and really get to know them at a much deeper level than if I was just sitting across a table from them. It's a lot easier to get to know somebody when you're standing beside them and weeding.
I teach the job readiness portion training of the class, and we do things like resume building, how to write a cover letter, job values, career exploration, and we also fill out any job applications if they're interested. Our Fridays, we either do an enrichment activity or we cook a meal together. So for the cooking portion of it, we'll go out and harvest stuff that we already have in the garden. We'll wash it, we'll cut it up, the students will all work together, and they get really excited about bringing in their own home recipes and like cooking in the garden. And then sometimes we'll do enrichment activities where we'll harvest herbs from the garden and make candles, or we'll make hand salve. That's probably one of their favorite things to do, is we all get together, and it's super community building. Like the students all build relationships with each other, and you can just see them in this space where they're opening up and they get to do things. It really just feels like a healing space. We get to take things and we get to use them from the garden and use them in your actual everyday life.
Something that I've noticed with almost every group of students that come out here is they often say to me, wow, I can't believe how much better I feel just like mentally and physically after spending time in the garden. And it's something that most students don't think that they would like being out here and gardening, and they do it because they're going to get their science credit, and then realize that they actually do have a passion for being outside and working with their hands and being connected to the earth in a way that maybe they haven't been before. Students say over and over, my mental health has been so much better since coming out here. They want to spend time out here. They end up staying a lot longer than the class period is for. It's really cool to see students want to be here in an environment where school hasn't been that for them. It really reaches students in a way that traditional school doesn't. I've seen folks come into this garden class where we're kind of falling behind and looking like they might not graduate, and when they started coming to this class, they wanted to be here. They'd show up hours before. It was really endearing, and knowing that we are able to create a safe space where people want to come and hang out and actually spend their time with us.
Being outside and being in such a hands-on learning environment, taking them typically out of the classroom setting and them being out here, you can just see them grow, and they open up and they tell you things about themselves, and I love working with the students. They're really inspiring, they're very honest, they'll tell you how it is right away, but also I feel like the relationships that you develop with them are also very real.
I get to see students come out here into the natural world and get their hands dirty and really just become themselves. It's really cool seeing them let go of all their worries of the rest of the world and come out here and just be focused in the moment, especially in an urban setting where they maybe don't have access to the outdoors like a lot of us have. And so this is a nice little reprieve from the city where people can come and be immersed in what's happening out here.